Hello, Mick Dizzle coming at ya. I didn't actually mean to go live, but here we are. So, we're playing some Red Dead Redemption 2. Looking at some unreleased things from the recent update. I also have some Josiah lines that some of you may have already heard, but have some analysis with them along with some of the items that we haven't seen yet. Like this boat, for example, was added with the recent update. I spawned it in the water here. It sank on me before. For a moment I thought it may have been the moonshining one, but it doesn't seem to be. But it looks to be a boat that you would use in some kind of mission. It reminds me of having like that little stairwell down here where you can get ammo and stuff. So I thought it was kind of cool. Additionally, there was a whole bunch. We know the war wagon was added. I was playing around with that. I hope you're having a good night. Thanks so much for joining. I actually was playing with the streaming software, about to get a preview and, you know, grab a drink. And then suddenly I was live. So hello. And thank you for joining. So I'm just kind of a little less prepared. I intended to have a few other things up, but that's okay. We have some stuff up here. Multiple war wagons. This boat really interests me, and I'll tell you why. Some of the Josiah lines. Hey, Hardy, how's it going, man? Some of the Josiah lines that I hope that we can listen to tonight. I have them all exported. I'm sure we can listen to them via OBS and what I'm using. Like talks about a boat and multiple missions with a boat. So we'll take a listen to those and see if we can tie them to anything specific. Is this the boat? I don't know if it's a canoe or something that you'd bring to him or not. Who knows? Hey, Wonder Ghost 3000. Any new clothing items? Nothing that I could find. But I'm doing some pretty painstakingly painful things to dig through what's currently like left over. And it's slow. Like using multiple tools and things like that. So it's definitely slow. I hope everyone's having a good night. Just one moment here. But this boat really kind of interests me along with the Josiah lines. Let's see here. Sup y'all, says Outlaws from the West. I hope you're having a good night. Hope everything's going well. Being, you know, a little newer to OBS, I usually have like a little preview going when I schedule a stream, but I'm like, I'm not going to schedule a stream tonight. I'm just going to do it. But I still thought there was a two-part process. It was just a one-part process where I clicked the button and I was suddenly live. So here we are. So happy Friday. Grog Vaughn says, be nice if you could rescue one of those war wagons for the moonshine runs. I know, right? That would be amazing. There's another wagon with like the Gatling gun on the back of it. I spawned earlier. I couldn't place where it was from, but I think it's from some like infamous bounty mission or something. We'll pop on this boat for a second. I'm just bringing my chat up here. Happy Friday, Outlaws from the West. Thank God. Man, or thank someone. You know, it's the weekend. I'm very happy about that. This boat we can't seem to drive, but based on the audio mission files from Josiah, it's multiple boats. I don't know if it's like you just take a canoe in or if maybe someone else is driving. It reminds me of the one that like Lem has. I can break the windows in it. I do know that. But yeah, it'd be pretty cool to have boat missions. What I have done is listen to like 315 lines from Josiah and try to put together what additional new source of employment missions we have upcoming. Here's what I have. And I'm going to find a way to share them. I'm just trying to find a way to like, you could do in a Zoom meeting by sharing your desktop sound. It's not quite like that with OBS, so I'm going to try to find a really good way to listen to some really cool lines from Josiah. If you're in my Discord, I'll load them up there as well if you're really interested in hearing them. I thought so too, Outlaws from the West. I just watched the video. Similar, different type of livery almost, if I had to call it as such, but also like different placement of stuff. If I'm not mistaken, that's what I got from the video I just watched of it. But I agreed, Outlaws from the West. That was my first thought as well. And then I was confused of why it was added with the Bounty Hunters update, because that's actually where it was added. Hope everyone is having a really good night and had a pretty good week. And I'm happy to talk about new source of employment missions a bit because, man, that was a lot of voice lines. I think there's going to be, to be realistic, I think the voice lines in there is to both 3 or 4 missions that are longer and more complex than the ones we do right now. Because if you look at the percentage of lines, I almost broke it down to like actual percentages, like how many for this and that. But if I had to take a rough guess, and I work with analytics all day, I'd have to say only about 20% of the voice lines were used for current missions. 20% of the 300. So let's say that was, bad estimate here, 10% would be 30, about 60. That's leaving like 200 and something voice lines for complex missions. Howdy, Bruno. I hope everything's going good. So that leaves a lot of voice lines for a lot of different missions, but they all are really around the same theme: stealing boats and multiple boats. So you wonder if it's in a posse or wonder if it is a multiple part mission. Like the first new source of employment missions were, this isn't the wagon I wanted. The first new source of employment missions were solo play only. It sounded like these ones are going to be posse only, if I had to guess. Either posse only or multiple part. I want the war wagon. That's what we want to tour around with. So that's... I'll pull those up in a little bit. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. I had them on a video, and I had to have my PC wiped, so I lost the video aspect of it. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to discuss it. I'm good, Bruno. Yeah, I'm still digging for new stuff. So, like, I found, I'll call it the easier to find things. Now I'm using multiple tools to try to locate things, like including cutscene players and things that'll open the files that don't really open anywhere else. So that's a little bit about what I'm doing. Hey, Peckham Fox, how you doing? Hope things are going well. Hope you had a good week and are in for a pretty good weekend. I'm just doing some hunting with a war wagon, apparently. But we're here talking some summer update. We were just looking at this tugboat down here. Let me get into my binoculars. Do I have binoculars? Yes, I do. That was added with the Bounty Hunters update. Looks a lot like the Moonshiners one, but it is not. You can make a comparison with it. I know I did, and it looked different, at least through the video. And wondering if that's tied to the upcoming new source of employment mission. So if you're like you might hear my dogs barking there. So sorry. I have 2 dogs, a pug and a bull mastiff. They probably hear someone like walking down the hallway. They think they're tough. They're pretty great though. If you've been following like Red Dead leaks and things like this for a while, you may remember people like the Josiah lines came out. Silent Core reported on them, thinking it may have been Seth, but they were all Josiah lines. So those have been out for a little while. This released with the Bounty Hunters update, which is pretty cool. I totally lost my train of thought when my dog started barking. So sorry. So we were talking about the new source of employment missions, the boat being added. And most of the lines that Josiah has haven't been used yet. So most people are aware of that. I would expect, and not many people have talked about this, that we will get a new source of employment type of missions. Give me 1 sec, folks. I just gotta speak quietly to my dogs. Opie, come on, buddy. Come on, my man. He's a big, scary dog. He wants to say hi to everyone. Say hi to Opie. I'll share some pictures on the community tab. If you're into dogs, that sounded really weird. If you're a dog lover, no, that sounded even weirder. Just kidding. If you like dogs, I'll share some pictures of my dogs. Nice. You have two dogs, Bruno, a husky and a Doberman. Nice. Yeah, we have the big and the little one, the pug and the bull mastiff. I hope you're having a good night. Oh, this is the best way to hunt. Oh, I can't even get one. This thing's great, though. Hey, Opie, Grog says hey. So Crip's just touring around. I am going to open up an application here on part of this window. I'm just reorganizing my window so I can try to generate and spawn some other things. I'll share one other interesting thing with you. If I go back to this other wagon that we have around here. Hold on, I'll just no-clip my way to it. So, I wonder if anyone knows what this wagon is. I'm guessing they probably would. Now, where did I put my stuff? Oh, yeah, it's over here. So, not the war wagon. This one. Does this look familiar to everyone? It's called the armored wagon. One thing that's really interesting, so from what I gather, I think it's like the prison wagon. The thing I found weird is they loaded a whole bunch of different liveries for it. Just like the bounty wagon and just like the hunting wagon. Oh, Bruno, 2 girls, Maya and Martina. 2 pit bulls, lab mix, Roscoe. I like that name. But there's a whole bunch of different ones of these wagons. I can actually probably spawn a couple of them here. What do I got here? I did some copy and paste in earlier. Nope, that's not it. I am going to get this code here. And we'll generate another one of those. And the reason I find it weird is that with the recent update, they added like a whole bunch of different liveries, and I was taking a look at them earlier, and I've never noticed them in game. Like, kind of a dorky thing to notice, I know. But these prison wagons, if these are the prison wagons, which I think they are, having different liveries. They should add pit bulls to Red Dead Online. Here's a little thing that I didn't make a video on because I've been really busy. I work like more than full time. I have a team of people that manage a team of people. Like, it's complicated. I'm a pretty busy dude. But one thing I did find, and I can't verify whether it's from the multiplayer files or on story mode somewhere, is some options to call your dog. And I just don't know. I haven't cross-referenced enough to be like, oh yeah, check this out. I hear you, Peckham Fox. But that's something I did find. I'd be happy to show you where. But again, I don't know what it means. So it is aligned with what Rockstar has said about wanting to bring additional... bring your dog, like, hunting and stuff like that. Or I don't know if they've mentioned hunting specifically. But they have mentioned bringing your dog out with you to things. Which would be great, but who wants to be there and bring your dog out on a mission and it get killed? That'd be heartbreaking. I couldn't deal with that. Let's do a little exploring here. I think we've been to some of these places, if you've been on my streams before, but I forget if I actually loaded these up. We're gonna find out in a moment. Sure didn't. Don't know why it's called that. I didn't name them. Oh, I put myself in a cave. Crips is exploring. Where am I, Gap Tooth? Oh, no. I'm down here in this one. I'm just going to load up some maps, and we'll take a look at some of the multiplayer places in single player. I think so too, Bruno. Taking dogs out to hunt would be cool as well. I think that would probably be the best intention for them. Big time. Because it's not like I want to take my dog out in a free aim legendary bounty and watch the poor dude get, like, killed or something. I don't want that in my life. Not one bit. Just one moment here. Looking for a specific place. Which is this one. One moment, just about there. It's under teleport. Here we go. I think. I have maps I need to load up. And I'm just stuck looking for them. Which I think is... I thought they were... We'll force load all. It's not load custom. Mods can be complicated and hard in the head sometimes. Is it? Did I load it right? I don't think I did. I bet you it's not. Oh, it's definitely not loaded right, but that's okay. I didn't really even want to go there. We're just going to fall for a sec. We're going to no-clip, and what I wanted to do is adventure. Come on, Crips. Let's see where we're actually adding the map. Okay. Where we're going to go is... We're going to go to Guarma, and we're going to explore beyond Guarma. Chat some summer update stuff, and spawn a few other things. So we'll do the Guarma thing in a little bit. I'll worry about these maps a little later. Thanks for sticking with me as I'm stumbling through, loading up these maps that are being pretty weird for me, and that's alright. It's Friday night, nothing can go wrong. We'll go to Shady Bell. Going underneath the map, that beautiful tour there. Oh. No, let's not go to Shady Bell. Crips doesn't want to play with this. Poor Crips. He just tried to live his life. There we go. We'll chill. See what happens when Crips gets into a fight? Look at his face. He lost his beard. Oh, poor Crips. Well, if you ever want to know what Crips look like without a beard, that is it. So let's go into some objects here and take a look at some prop sets. So if I go into... I'm going to go into some of our multiplayer stuff. I wonder what this is. Tanner Camp. Oh, okay. Is that Gus? Is that a butcher? It's a multiplayer file. Hey, T-Man. Thanks for dropping by, man. How you doing? We're just playing with Rampage. I know you just got Rampage yourself, so I hope you're digging it. I can't recall what Tanner Camp might be. I was thinking like it was a Full House reference. Hopefully I'm not dating myself too much there. Alright. So that's the Tanner Camp. That's got to be something in game. I don't know what it is, but I'd have to take a look. I haven't spawned that one before, so I wasn't necessarily sure. What else do we have cool here that we can look at? There's a table I really like here. And I don't think I've really shown it off, like, much. I think I have had it in one video. It's not that. That's a Survivor one. Hey, Nikki. Thanks for dropping by. How you doing? It's not the Survivor one. It's a table with cool skulls on it. And I really like it. And there's the poker table. I would love for that to come in the upcoming update. I think that's just a military something or other. I'm guessing that's the military theme. This medicine thing is so weird. Oh, T-Man, the Fight Club mod is hilarious. It's a lot of fun. I've actually got that enabled right now. I can pop that on here in a second. This makes me wonder what the hell this is. Because there's items in it I could take. Like, do you get a camp doctor? What is this tool used for? Like that skull. This weird contraption. I've wondered about that item. We got horse enclosures. I think we already have those. And these different follower tents that we've taken a look at before. This is one I wish populated. And I believe this was removed at some point. Same with the Explorer tent. Hey, Frozen Pizza. Greetings from Poland. Greetings from Canada. Let's see here. T-Mad, Little K-Mad wants to go live for a bit with mods. You're going to have a blast. Peckham Fox says, could be free roam rescue from the animal naturalists. Who knows? Looks like Harriet's spray puffer. Ooh, interesting. Maybe that's a weapon for some back then. Selfish says, I feel like they should let a posse member run their goods from your camp. That'd be a really good idea. T-Mad says, now my graphics card is a GeForce GTX 1050 with an i5 processor. Could this be the reason why textures or some models don't load like mine? Possibly. Send me a note on Discord. I wouldn't have a problem with doing any troubleshooting or anything with you. That could be it. Do some of them load and some of them do not? Here's my analysis on this one. So this one's a posse camp drunkard tent. Like, does a drunk come and live with you? Because this is a posse camp item. There's something called drunkard. It's kind of interesting because Cripps calls the wild man drunk, sort of. So I don't know if it's him or not. Shadow Canadian says, was there anything in there you have found about camp dogs? The only thing I found, funny enough, Shadow Canadian, I was just talking about it a few minutes ago, was I was going through like these global language files that has everything from story mode and online combined, but does not separate them. And there is some lines that are like, call your dog, if I'm remembering correctly. I haven't made a video on it or anything like that. That was me just like probably 2 hours ago playing around looking. So I don't know if that's something from story mode or something that is from online. Not 100% sure, but that's the only reference I've seen, and I've seen nothing about new dogs. But what I'm really excited for is when this when the next update drops, I'm going to be in there, hopefully finding out what's upcoming past what we got. So that's exciting. I know other people will be as well. But you can find some really cool stuff. And a lot of these things we're looking at have been things that were added a long time ago. Like the poker table was added back when the Frontier Pursuits update, if I'm not mistaken. That's when that was added. If you ever wonder what any of these tables look like for any of the different themes, boy, this is where you could see it. These are all the butcher tables and components. Player campfires. I want to find you a really cool table here if I can find it. Hey, Wonders GTA, I hope you're having a good night. I hope everyone's having a good night. I'm glad we've all made it till the weekend. Some of you might have to work on the weekend, and so sorry about that. I'm going to look for what I think is a pretty cool... We have the different tents and such. Or different tents and components of tents. I think that's the military one. Yeah. Merchant tent is pretty darn cool. If you haven't seen this... So a posse camp merchant tent. With a cash register that could be robbed. I don't want to make people panic and think that, holy smokes, we're going to be able to rob people's camps and their merchant tents. But who knows? Like, I think that's pretty crazy. Wild, eh? 100% grog, always working on something, man. We got some cigars here. That's crazy. I wonder what that's going to be used for. If anything, it might just be cut content. But man, it's a waste. By the amount of effort Rockstar puts into these things, What was that prompt? Was it sit? Saw some prompt there. Oh, oh, it's Mysterious Hill Home. That's what it's saying. I got excited for a second. What else did we got here? So we had the follower stuff that we looked at. What are empty tents? Let's see here. Some of these are... Oh. Well, that's not what I expected. All those components. Let me do it a little separate here. Is that the wilderness outfit? No. What do we got here? Anything interesting? No, just a wagon, but some kind of posse camp item. Oh, I definitely want a cigar. Maybe a green one though. I'm in Canada. It's perfectly legal to smoke whatever you want. But don't do drugs if you're under a certain age. And you're listening to the stream. It's an adult game. You shouldn't be playing this. Just kidding. Not really. I hope you're having a great night. Okay, there's a lockbox. Well, we all know that. Is that the same medicine thing I generated? Or no, it's a different one. So it's really interesting how there's a few different medicine kind of doctorish things in here. I found that pretty wild. Oh, there's a flagpole. I was able to go through. So here's something that might be new, but I haven't had the chance to cross-reference it. I found so many flags. So many flags. And I haven't compared them all to like what's there. Maybe there's some new flags. Like we found those new emotes. Or those new emote icons within the game files that were pretty darn cool that haven't been released yet. So I hope we get those. Finally, some like drinking emotes. We have some hangover ones, but hopefully we have some drinking emotes. If you're kind of new to the channel or anything and you're like wondering what am I talking about, you can go to some of my previous videos and you'll see talk about new emotes and things like that. Nikki says, I would love to have her camp dog follow us to help us hunt, locate items and such. I think that's nailed it on the head for what I want too, Nikki. That's the type of functionality I want. Like, I'd love to take my dog in, like, a collector-type adventure. You know, you're going to hunt, do some collector stuff. I think it would be pretty damn cool. Let's see what else we might have. Posse decor. There is something here that is kind of cool. We got the collector table. Which one's this? Just a medium table. The bounty hunter table. We know that bad boy. And here are some of the stuff outside of the Posse camp for multiplayer. Oh, hello, Madame Nazar. Well, we all know what that is. So these are just, this is like a random mess we're just looking at right now, various things. Like, what is that? I forgot what I even spawned there. I'll have to take a look at that. But so much on-release stuff. Like, some of it we looked at. Oh, if you want to see what's in here, some of you may not have seen this before. We'll take a look at what's in here in a moment. Nothing. It's a room. It's a room like you can barely stand in. If I took myself out of no clip, we'll see what happens. Oh, I didn't take myself out of no clip. Yep. This is my life now. I live in this place. Will it let me out? Yeah. Well, I don't know what I did to this place. I probably broke the hill home somehow. But yeah, that's what it looks like inside if you haven't seen it. No, Peckham Fox, is it? I got really excited there. This Crip's going to give us a bowl cut because, to tie back to like another little file leak, was the... in inventory items, there's barber shears. That would be crazy. I would love that though, Peckham. Reese's Cup says, any guess on what summer update will be? I think it will be a pretty important and robust update for Red Dead Online. That is my prediction, because if it's not, they're going to be under huge, huge criticism for 2 really lackluster updates in a long period of time. So, almost 3, it could be argued. Like, I like the Bounty Hunter update. Here's the big problem, is that there was so much content to play for Bounty Hunter updates, like so many bounties to do, but only 10 levels. After those 10 levels, I know you can earn gold, but it was tough to kind of keep motivated, which sucks because a lot of those prestigious bounties are a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm wondering what this little tanning station, because I don't think I've seen this online at all. Has anyone else seen this floating around online? Is this where Gus stays? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think it is. Let me know in the chat. I'm still on the lookout for this cool table that I have in one of my videos. And I know I got it from here. Don't know where that is, but that's somewhere. An apothecary? Someone remind me what an apothecary is. Don't even remind me, tell me, because I don't even think I really have ever known. Okay, we got some guy's camp. Is there random camps around in online? If not, this is pretty cool. Yeah, because these are all multiplayer files. Oops. I don't think I've seen these ones before. Maybe I have. Interesting. Oh, wow. That's kind of cool. Maybe that's something that, that's not actually it. Got so much stuff here. There it is. Yeah, okay. That would make sense. They get the mortar and paste. What's that down there? What is that, some aloe? We have an aloe plant. I can almost confirm that's aloe. Grog. Peckham Fox says, Grog, I can tell you're well informed. You are. He is. He's a man of culture. His cigars. I would love to have a good cigar and then maybe some healing potions to heal my lungs. But I think a barber chair would be cool. Maybe Cripps has to earn his keep. I think that would be pretty great because there is an inventory item for barber shears. And, fun fact, according to a developer, one piece of removed content was that Grimshaw could cut your hair in story mode as a removed piece of content. And Rockstar is known for taking cut content out of story mode and putting it into online mode. So that would be really interesting. But I know we're all excited about the summer update. I am so excited, and it is okay to be excited. It's okay to be disappointed as well. We may be disappointed, and maybe it won't be great. I think it will be good. I think the community has been vocal for a wide amount of time with Rockstar that I'm hoping they're going to put a fair amount of effort into this. They haven't really set any expectation, but they have built the hype. Raymond says, if Red Dead got heist, I'd never stop playing it. Same. I would love for there to be heist in the game. I would be absolutely fine if they were like longer. They took stages to do. Take my money. Let me do heists. Let's see what else we can kind of populate here. So we had the collector wagon camp. We saw that. The hunting wagon tarp. Nah, that's a pretty exciting item. Not really. Posse camp. What's this? Fetch rowboat. Oh, that's just absolutely nothing. Oh, there's the moonshiner tugboat. I don't know why. Oh, okay, cool. It was just a tugboat item. I didn't want to spawn the entire tugboat. Vert X says, is this Red Dead Online? No, it's Red Dead Story Mode. Using a number of mods, pulling the online files into story mode. I play online on PS5. I'm pretty sure if I started this online, Rockstar would just instantly ban me. I have played online before, but I've removed all the mods. I think my PC character is like level 15 or 20. But I've had to remove all the mods because I'm pretty sure if I connect with the gazillion and a half mods I have in here to do all the kind of wild things that I've been trying to do, yeah, Rockstar would probably ban me like in 2 seconds. The moment this connects, it would be like, what the heck? I actually accidentally launched Red Dead Online the other day, and it like started loading, and it took like 5 minutes. And I came back to the computer. I'm like, what's going on? Is this loading? So I closed that sucker out so quick because, man, if this connects to online, I think it's game over for McDizzle. Rockstar will ban me. So yes, I guess to answer your question, Vertex, this is not Red Dead Online. This is story mode. But I pulled in, like, for example, this is Crips. Let's fix our Crips up. He got so scared he lost his beard. There we go. Or he can be Danny Lee. Or this is the character that we want. I can't say we want. I don't want to speak for everyone. Seth from Red Dead 1. I was hoping he had voice lines, but they're all Marcel's voice lines. Vertex says, so these RDO items that will come, but you're doing it in story mode so you don't get banned? Essentially, the only reason I would ever get banned from Red Dead Online is if I load it into Red Dead Online with mods on my PC, and these mods can do things like, if I went to Red Dead Online, I could probably do something like player God mode. This would send a note to Rockstar servers, and they'd be like, whoa, what's this dude doing? This mod is known Rampage very well, Lenny's mod, etc., and they would ban me. Hey, Leo, thanks for dropping by. I'm doing good, man. How are you doing? But yeah, there's nothing wrong or illegitimate with what we're doing. I'm using Open4 to mine files, as well as another tool to open files that you can't open through Open4, and then another tool to open cutscene files and things. So it's a little hectic. But I wonder if there's plans for this dude. Yeah, Josh, using a mod really in any... Yeah, 100%. Like, if Rockstar was a jerk, they could probably... I don't know if they can ban you for using it in story mode. I mean, on PC, they probably could do something wacky like that. Oh, it's all good, Leo. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. So we have a whole bunch of kind of weird things that I haven't seen before spawned in. Like some of those being... Not this nonsense up here. But the Tanner stuff I thought was pretty weird, and I don't think I've seen it before. That's like right by the hill home. Yeah, this. Grog says, can I use mod through an emulator? Ugh. I don't know. I've only participated and worked with kind of online modding once, and it's a video we obtained on my channel of kind of the only online trip to Guarma. But I wouldn't mess around. I don't even play Red Dead Online on PC myself, because it sounds terrifying. Skeletons chasing you, things like that. I'd rather just play on PlayStation and deal with whatever, Cronus. But I don't know, Grog, if I can use an emulator. Here, let's move, and we'll take a look at some other stuff. We've already desecrated the hill home. Let's go down here. We might hear whispers from the gang. If you're just stopping by, thanks so much for stopping by. If you're liking what you're enjoying, like, hit that like button and subscribe if you want to keep up to date in these type of things, like file leaks, taking a look at unreleased content, and various live streams as well on PlayStation, just playing and doing bounties. It's so crazy when I come back here. All my stuff stays, I think, that I spawned a while ago. I think? Or is this the camps, the gang stuff? I don't think it is. No, this can't be the gang stuff. This is my stuff. I think. I don't know if I... Yeah, I definitely spawned some of this because there's some... Take Swampler. Is there a fisherman here? What do we got here? No, this wasn't the stuff I all spawned. It is cool, Vertex, switching stuff like this. I'm happy to do any sort of tutorial on how to do these type of things. All about sharing the knowledge. All about sharing the knowledge. I must... yeah, I don't think I put all these things here, but I'm going to start spawning a few things here, and we'll take a look. Let's see. I think these are just objects. Yeah, nothing that we need too much. So we got Madame Nazar's camp. These poor swamp guys are going to be upset. I know I want Guarma and Reese's Cup as well. I really want it. Hey, Leo, what have we done in today's stream? We looked at like some... What the heck was it? A tugboat that was added with the most recent update. And at some point tonight, I'd like to have a listen to some Josiah lines, but I don't know if I can do it effectively in OBS. If T-Mad's here, let me know. I know he's a really big OBS user. I'm pretty sure I can share an audio file through it. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, there's the boat. I think those are the tugboats I spawned, maybe? I don't know if it is actually or not. This does look like my doing, though. Raymond says, has there been any leak with Guido Martelli? None. Not a word. Not a voice line. Nothing. Okay, here's something dorky I did. Is I listened to some Italian lines that were in there, added to the files, and tried to understand if they were like anything to do. They had to do with Bronte, but they weren't Guido. I got so excited. I thought something was up, but might not be the case. Let's spawn that tugboat I was talking about. That might be it, but I can't remember, but I do have it right here. Oh, let me go to vehicles for a second. And I'll take a look at the chat as well while I bring this up. Frozen Pizza says, are there any new weapons or brochures in the files? I haven't seen any new brochures, but for weapons, there is multiplayer files around the M1899 pistol. And Leo, I guess that would be the same answer to that question. For weapons, the only thing I could find was like the M1899 pistol that mentioned. So that's the only thing I could see for additional weapons that's been added. Oh, well, there's that tugboat. Is that the same one? So this was added to the game files with the multiplayer update of the Bounty Hunter ones. That sounded so formal. The multiplayer update of the Bounty Hunters. With the December Bounty Hunters update, this was added. I thought it was the one from the Moonshiner mission, but it is not. At least, like, right before the stream, I went in and did a comparison video, and it's definitely different. But it has the same kind of layout. Like, it reminds me of, like, where you run up. Like, yeah, I think you had a ladder on that one, but you definitely had, like, stairs like this. And you'd be able to run up and down. So, where this ties into new content, and my prediction is Josiah has 315 lines that I've listened to every one. I have, like, part of a video saved. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to that, like, anytime in the next couple days. Oh, it's because I want to be able to play the game, stream, connect with you folks, as well as have a life too, right? But in listening to those I'll talk about it in the stream a bit. In listening to those 315 lines, almost all of them have not been used yet. That might not be news to some of you. It might be news to none of you. Now, the rest of the lines look like they're bucketed into 3 to 4 missions. Those missions being 1, stealing a boat. 2, when I say 1, stealing a boat, stealing a bunch of boats. 2, stealing a bunch of wagons, because there's reference of, like, leave the wagons over here, get the rest of the wagons. Leave the boats over here, get the rest of the boats. And then there's another one that sounds like you're saving someone. They're going to be grateful you save them. They're so happy that you save them. And then there's another ones that are like, oh, they're dead. You know, I'm glad you brought this reprobate. I'm glad you killed these jokers. Or not jokers, whatever. I forget what he actually says, but something like that. And listening to all those lines in context, I've listened to so many of them, you start thinking of the different scenarios and things like that. So that's what I see in the files for new source of employment missions, which is another 3 to 4 missions. And if you're in my Discord, I can share those really easy. I don't know how easy I could share them on OBS. Like, I can probably share them one at a time, but there's 315 of them. So I don't think we want to listen to all those. Just looking at the chat now. I think VertX says, I think Rockstar should add Mexico and Guarma and increase the players in one session. If they add that. I agree, that'd be great. Mexico and Guarma. What I really see them happening is sometime in 2022, maybe 2023 on the PS5, Red Dead Remastered with Red Dead 1 and 2, a remastered 1, and extended 2 including the Blackwater Massacre. Rockstar makes a pile of money and we're all happy. That's what I would think would be pretty damn cool. And then have Mexico added. Be able to go to Mexico as Arthur on the side. That would be pretty badass. Grog says, McDizzle, on the boat, can you get to the boiler on it? You can, but you can't do anything. When you say boiler, do you mean like in here? Probably not. I'm from the ocean and I should know these things. Nikki asks, is there anyone in the gang of story mode? Anyone from the gang in story mode you'd like to see added in Red Dead Online? Oh yeah, I'd love to be able to like do jobs for the whole Vandalin gang. I have a video that shows them where they were at the time of Red Dead Online through like Arthur's journal entries and other incidental news. They're somewhere in like the northwestern Grizzlies, northeastern or northwestern, prior to going to Blackwater. Let's see here. Raymond stealing wagons, boast, heist prep, maybe. VertX, Sean or Lenny. Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. Or even Dutch. I think that would be amazing. Oh, Leo, yeah, it's right at the start of the stream, man. Boilers in the engine. Let's take a look. Let's see where we can get to, Grog. Hey, Jade, I'm so happy I saw you. We're live. You're such an amazing YouTuber. It's people like you that keep the community excited and hopeful for the future. That is, like, super kind. That's, like, really nice. Thank you so much, Jade. I super appreciate that. Let's take a look here and go down here and see if we can get to the boilers. I suppose Sean isn't there, Leo. Typos can be rough, I understand. I know I can't get in here. Can I get underneath? Oh. Nope, can't do that. Oh, that's not what we want to see. Let's get back to land. But yeah, this is one of the tugboats that was added. So I suspect that we may see something with this. With the new source of employment missions. Because I don't think he's getting us to bring him a canoe. I would be very surprised if he'd be getting us to bring a canoe with him. That would be a little bit ridiculous. But you can break the windows out in this. I did find that out. VertX says, wouldn't it be cool if there was a legendary bounty hunting in the Vandalin gang that we get to catch up with one of their dead members, like that one guy who's dead at the start of the game? That would be hilarious if... I mean, the timeline might be a little different, but there could be some, like, unknown member that we don't know about. I'll show you a place that I want added into online. Hold on, let's, I'll just teleport by the map. And it is the Grand Corrigan. I hope everyone's having a really good Friday night. Thanks so much for joining. Smash that like button if you're enjoying this. Just chilling, talking some Red Dead, spawning some multiplayer assets like a boss. And I'm glad you folks enjoy it as much as I do, so that's pretty cool. Okay, I want to see if the old Grand Corrigan is around somewhere. I did load it back up. Oh yeah, there she be. That's what I like to see loaded online. This would be cool. I think it's a really good opportunity. They could... Oh, Monday morning for you, Leo. It's a really good opportunity that they could add... This isn't the Grand Corrigan? What am I thinking? Oh, or is it? It's not the proper Grand Corrigan. But yeah, that's what I like to see them have added. That Grand Corrigan didn't work. Let's see if we can go in this beautiful ship. Oh, she's closed. Okay. Jade says, what do I honestly expect for the new update? I think, based on what Rockstar has said, I think we're going to get some sort of content that costs gold. I don't know if it's going to be in the format of a role. Maybe that role becomes like an outlaw. But I would be very surprised if Rockstar didn't add something they can get a huge amount of gold in. I don't know how the home robberies are going to work. Maybe it'll work like story mode where you get a tip from someone. Thanks for stopping by, Grog. I appreciate it. Other things, Jade. I think they're going to make some quality of life improvements. Taking your dog hunting could be one. Another one to think about is to kind of summarize some other leaks that we've seen. There's lines there from Harriet for fish. Maybe there'll be some legendary fish added. And Rockstar has said that they really want to focus on fishing more. Scott Bouchard, the director of something or other at Rockstar, loves fishing. He wants to add more of it. I also think there's opportunities. They have also, if you weren't aware of this, within all the audio files, Gus has all sorts of hunting missions, like the sighting missions Harriet has. So there's potential for those to be added, to expand a little bit on the naturalist role. I don't know how much like value it adds to it, to be honest, but something cool. I'm hoping a lot. I hope it's a robust update because we need it. I expect we'll see new source of employment missions too. I mean, they're soon going to have to call these like old stanky source of employment missions because it's been a while. They ain't new anymore. So that's my thoughts, Jade, for the new update. It might change tomorrow, but that's what I'm hoping it's pretty robust. VertX says it would be cool to have like a story type mission where you work with the Pinkertons and hunt down the Vanderlyn gang, but forced to fail, or they somehow get away or something. That is kind of cool, VertX. Grog, you have an awesome night. And Jade, I think that would be really cool, and the ability to own canoes would be cool. I could see them going towards the canoe things. There is icons in the files for canoe races. I do know that. There definitely is files within there for the canoe races, which is cool. Let's go to Gaptooth. Oh, didn't like that one. We'll start here. Did you like this one? Oh, wow, these guys don't like me too much. Let's go somewhere else. Let's get out of there. Do I play an Xbox, Lee? Oh, do any of you play an Xbox? I thought you were asking me, and I do not play an Xbox. Not since the Halo days. Boo, Downs Ranch, get out. Well, we've just got to sit here for a moment and admire what happened to Seth. This is Seth without a beard. Now he's locked in the Downs house. Get out of here. There's some TB in this house. There's some tuberculosis in this house. Now, get out of there. Okay, we're going to fix Seth up. I hope everyone's having a good night. Hit that like button if you're enjoying yourself, having yourself a good Friday. I'll give the chat a moment. Is there any multiplayer character you'd like to see? Anyone from online? Any bounty or anything? Hey, Aurelian, thanks so much for joining. And Jade, I know I'd like to see the canoe races too. I know going through all those multiplayer blips, there's very few that have not been used, and the canoe races are one that haven't. So you think they would add that as some kind of PvP something, or something along those lines? I mean, one would think. Low-Fat Yogurt asked, do you think that the Naturalist Studies pamphlet will ever get to go all the way around the map as no possum? We can only dream. I'm just kidding. I think that was all a cool concept, but I think they could have done like more with it. Like the ability to be like different animals. Like that's cool and everything, but I can do that with these mods. And I wish they would add some different gameplay elements. Because it's expensive for those pamphlets. Oh, the big feature that I would like to see added, Jade, when you're asking what I'd like to see, is the horse fencing. Being able to, not horse fencing like horses fighting with swords, but being able to sell your horses. I'm good, Aurelian. We are just generating some things and talking. I ran some Red Dead. So yeah, like the horse fence lines. If you go to my channel, if you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to. If you don't want to, that's cool too. But there is a video I have in there, probably a couple months ago, maybe a month ago, some lines that suspiciously sound like a horse fence that were added with the Bounty Hunter update. So I think that was pretty neat. So hold on here. Let's go back to our prop sets here. What do we got here? Okay, that's stuff for train cars for online. Let's get back to some of our Posse Camp items here. Well, we all know our butcher table, and we love it. It makes us money. We've got our bounty table. We all know that. Jade Von Beauty says, do you ever think we'll see passenger trains online? I think it's important that we do if they want to have like cool train robberies and heists. I think that will be like something pretty darn important for them to add. Because I want to rob a train of people. Like I sincerely want to. Within the game, not in real life. Just to make sure that's clear. What the heck is this Posse Camp item? Whoa, I want this. Let me just sit and drink lemonade with Crips all day. Forgive me if this is already in here. Has anyone ever seen this before? This is so cool. It's amazing the little things you find. So weird how... What is this? See if I can fix it. You can sometimes fix these objects too. Did I fix it? Hold on. I might not have. No, I definitely didn't. Sometimes you can like hit them and knock them down. Oh, Aurelian. You know, Aurelian in the chat was in my first video I ever made when I had like 0 subscribers. I think so anyway, or pretty darn close. Maybe over 0, but probably under like 10. We tried to explore Guarma. Guarma made me want to make a YouTube channel. This is cool though. Like, is that an icon on it or is it a spill? What is that? I think that's really interesting. Because this is a Posse Camp item, folks. So whether it's unreleased or upcoming, it is there. That is cool. Let's keep going. Let's keep showcasing. So yeah, that's that thing we did. Oh, which way did we go here? So we did that. Let's keep going. I think I put that table on a table. Okay. Interesting. All the different decor, or decor, depending on where you're from. Lemonade stand, Outlaws from the West. That's the next roll coming. 40 gold. You get to open up a lemonade stand. Crip stands there. 10-cent lemonade. I'll do my acrobat tricks for you, sir. I know that's not what Crip sounds like. What is that? Oh, that's cool. All the weird objects that we have been added to these online files that we've just never really seen. Like some of them might be somewhere. And these are all Posse Camp items. Is this I wonder. Wow. I don't know why the chairs are up there. Hold on. What is on these? Butterflies? What the heck? Okay. We're going to admire this for a second here. Holy smokes. And I'm going to look at the chat. This is cool, folks. Thanks so much for joining me on this. Finding some cool things I have not seen before. Although I make a lot of YouTube videos, I also work full-time, so I don't have time to be in here all the time, so it's very exciting trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone by live streaming and doing this at the same time. So this is definitely pretty cool. I'm just catching up on the chat here. So let's see. We talked about passenger trains. King Aurelian, yes, on the Grand Corrigan. Vert X asks, says, I think the robbery update thing should be like story missions at first, and you get notifications if there's an opportunity to rob a wagon or something. That's certainly an idea, not a bad one. Nigel West Dickinson, Reese's Cup from Red Dead 1 as snake oil salesman. Well, sir, have I got something for you? Hold on. Since you mentioned snake oil salesman, well, I have the deal of a lifetime. Only for you. I'm just pretending to be a snake oil salesman. Because we have a snake... We have, if I'm not mistaken, 1 snake oil salesman table, or like 3. We do. It's not in here. But I'm going to get it for you. If you just bear with me, I'll show you the snake oil salesman table. Now, one thing, not all of these objects are within. I can't just go down a list for all of them. Some of them, I'm using another tool to get the code for it. And it's a pain, but it's the only way to get some things that are not, like, right in here. This one might be, though. I'm just going to go up and down. Yeah, it is. I don't know why I thought it wasn't. But I know why I thought it wasn't, because there's 3 of them. Oh, no. Well, that's okay. We're going to relaunch. You may have seen I've got the dreaded FFF error. That's okay. We're going to relaunch, and we're going to show you that snake oil table, because it's pretty darn cool. And knew we had something good going. But that's all right. That's why I play in console online, because I would rage if that happened to me. But I can't get that mad at Red Dead 2. I really can't. Because I have like 36,000 mods running on this thing. I'm surprised it like runs so smooth and so well. I can't blame an error for happening when I'm populating its world full of things it's not meant to be populated with. So, I understand why it might be upset. Thanks so much for joining. If you were enjoying things up until that point, let me know. I'm just loading back up here. I've got a pretty good PC, so it will load up pretty quick. And then we'll go back to spawning some stuff, and we'll take a look at that snake oil salesman. How do you get the table and umbrellas, Leo said. I'll show you when I get back in. Taking a look at the chat. Nikki says, hey, McDizzle, the table with the umbrella is already in the game. So you saw that same table I playing Red Dead Online at the camp. Okay, that's good to know, Nikki. I have not seen that one before. The little one or the big one or both? That is so weird. I wonder if it was... Is there some theme with Outlaw Pass 1 maybe or something? No, I don't want to go online here. Just want to make sure we're back in action. I mean, if they're playing on Xbox, it's tough to... I don't even know if you can use mods. I'm sure someone smart enough could probably figure out how to mod on PlayStation, but man, it would be tough. But we'll load up. We'll continue to take a look at some of these items. It must be a camp theme. I want that camp theme, because that's kind of cool. And maybe the bigger one was if you had a larger camp. But yeah, I have not seen it before. I have to take a look at my camp themes, that's for sure. But we'll take a look at that snake oil table, because I would love to see Nigel West Dickinson back in the game. Again, if you're joining us, thank you so much for joining. It's been a long week, a long, busy grind at the workplace. But it's great to just chill, play some Red Dead, and chat with some people. Doggle Dog Cat. Or I totally butchered that. Doggled Cat. Says your leaks are the best, bro. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like them. The people in this chat are the best. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Definitely feeling the love. We'll keep our Arthur hanging around. Let's find a good place for Arthur to go. Let's take our boy down here. Come on, boy. Oh, Arthur, you're just about to die. I'm not going to take him on his last ride. No joke, though. You can do some funny things with mods. You can take Arthur on his last ride naked. It's pretty weird. Not making a video on it. Just saying you can do it. It's pretty funny, from what I've heard. Okay, let's fix up the world, get some good lighting in here. It's tough to hate the whole Last Ride series, though, if Arthur's riding around naked. Let's get this sunny. Let's take a look at the 3 different snake oil salesmen, or snake oil tables. And then I'll take a look at, I'm just loading this up, and then we'll take a look at the chat here in a second. Fast Killer asks how old I am. I'm not sure, Fast Killer. My mom just told me I was born in the summer. Just kidding. I'm somewhere between the age of like 20 and like 40. I keep it pretty broad. Let's take a look here at the snake oil camp. There we go. Hopefully it won't crash again. I'll be so mad if it's just this one object that's crashing stuff. There we go. Okay. There is... Hold on, I actually have to... PGMP Snake Sales 1. So I have to copy that down for a second, because I'm going to spawn a different one. 1 second. Snake... There's no snake oil salesman in online, is there? Anyone in the chat know about a snake oil salesman? Or snake oil sales tables? No, is it? Oh wait, 02X. That's probably it. Well, maybe I'm going crazy. I'm definitely not, because if you were on my last stream, I definitely did it. Object spawner. It is an object. Custom object. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not missing something here. Let me take a look here. Snakes. I probably typed something wrong. Snake Sales 01X. Snake Sales PG underscore MP underscore Snake Sales 01X. And there's glitchier things that could happen, so we'll just show you this one. I definitely have the evidence in one of my other streams, though, that there is actually 3 different snake sales tables. Well, 3 different like files. 2 of them look exactly the same, but the third one has 2 signs and a slightly bigger table. It's not like mind-blowing or anything, but it is kind of cool. Let me just go back to the chat here. Let's see. Vert, he's on PC, not Xbox. Let's see. Vert said, doesn't matter how old you are, you make the best content. Aw, thanks, man. King of Really and Vert, he's probably using an Xbox controller on PC. I am using, I'm using like a generic, like, Wish controller, I'll call it, that I bought from a local computer store on PC. Micah T, welcome Micah T. And Frozen Pizza says, keep up the good work. Micah T says, wasn't there camp instruments in the game files? There was like camp songs, as well as there's a whole bunch of different instruments in the game files, but they may have been used for the Moonshiner stuff, because all the Moonshine Band people play various instruments. Raid Supply Wagon, what's this guy? Oh, didn't like that. Okay, we got some trader camp theme stuff, I think. That's your trader tent. Don't need to spend too much time on that. Oh, the survivor theme stuff. There's a really cool table. I just don't remember how I've loaded it before. A couple other cool objects, but they are definitely in here. That's Savage. What is this one? Is this table in the game? This is cool if it is. Jade Von Beauty, is there any buildings you can spawn in, not in game? There is. So, this may be working right since I've given myself a reboot. Or not a reboot, but a restart. Let me see here. Looking for a specific... Oops. Let's unload those. That'll populate all the camp stuff there. Oh yeah, in Micah T, there is a pile of instruments you can play. Like, I can have Crips play guitar right now. Like, which is kind of cool. But yeah, your characters can play guitar and everything. So, there is a set of maps I should have here. But they definitely... I had them earlier today. I can usually... I guess to answer your question, Jade, I can usually load into the Moonshine Shack. But you actually have to load in the map of the Moonshine Shack from its coordinates and such from on here. And there's some great modders, like Pariah did some really cool stuff. The Basement Gaming Bros, some really cool stuff. Hey, Omega. We're just... we were taking a look at tugboats that were added with the multiplayer updates. We're just spawning kind of all sorts of random camp stuff. Is that Savage Tent or Savage Table I saw earlier or anything? I don't remember seeing that before. Maybe I'm wrong. So the cultural and hobo ones, I think we're pretty clear on those. Same with the collector and the bounty ones. Is that a wood pile? So we got this table. What's this right here? Oh, we got our stew pot. Get that daily challenge. And we got all sorts of different tents. Now, we'll populate these tents, and maybe we'll see some things we haven't seen before. That looks pretty... It's like something we've seen. These are kind of cool. And, you know, we were looking at this earlier. If you're just joining, you may not have seen this. That's a good idea, Micah T. Maybe they can start putting music exclusive to Outlaw Passes. Have they already? Was there something in Outlaw Pass 1? Could Crips learn, like, exclusive songs? Maybe I'm wrong. I wonder if you can get yourself... Wait, again, this makes me think so much of, like, Camp Doctor or something. Well, obviously it must be. Like, it's a Posse Camp Medicine. There's a place that... excuse me, where a Jacko would be hung up. There's like medicine cabinet. Put ourselves in the first person. Just a skull on the desk like every doctor has. You know, your normal medical stuff. But this really interests me. Like, this may not be a Posse Camp item, but this would be very cool if it was some kind of business opportunity. Like, I would be even happy if, you know, Crips is like, we're going to make some more money. I'm going to take some of the goods I got, turn it into snake oil. And then I'm going to hire some dude, Nigel West Dickens, to sell it on the side of the road. I think that would be kind of badass. So we went through the... What's this one? Oh, it's the military one we saw earlier. We got all the different decors. I like these things because they're always kind of random things and some things you don't see in game. Let's keep taking a look at our... See if we see anything kind of cool or interesting. Thank you guys for enjoying this as much as me. Just a random table. That one's kind of cool. I have not seen this one, I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong. Has anyone else seen this one? Nikki says, I know it wouldn't be possible. Like, imagine if you could set a house up anywhere within Red Dead Online, and you could get supplies to build your home or hire workers to do it for you. Those are really good ideas, Nikki. That's pretty damn cool. And Peckham agrees with brilliant ideas. I'm still holding out hope for the rancher role as well, Aurelian. And Frozen Pizza, is there anything new in the files about companion or followers? No, I have not found anything. I was looking for, funny enough, follower-specific stuff earlier today, and I could not find anything additional. What is this? Again, this is Posse Camp decor I have not seen. Crazy. Micah T, anything in new weapons? Nothing. Like, the most recent weapons that would have been added to the game were like the bolas for Bounty Hunter. Okay. This is cool. I haven't really taken too much time to look at all the different Posse Camp decor. Oh, wow. Okay. Bear traps. Let's take a look at all the large stuff here. I hope everyone's having a good night. Smash that like button if you're enjoying the stream, having a good chill night. We're just having some fun. Looking at these items here. And subscribe if you like this kind of stuff and you haven't subscribed yet. And if you don't want to, that's cool too. What is that? What is that? Alright. Well, this looks like a drug table. This is where I go to shoot my opium. I have no idea. That is bizarre, though. Let's see what else we get. We're just destroying this poor place with our stuff. I like that. Oh, that's nice. Like, all these Posse Camp items that we just don't see in game. It's pretty darn cool. This is probably what I expect it to be. Yeah, the collector table. Let's see some of these other... The apothecary really interested me. Because I haven't really seen this in game. Maybe it is there, but I haven't really noticed it. Okay, that's the culture tent. Let's see what else. And these are just objects for gun for hire. So those are a few of those items. The ones, again, I'm really kind of interested in. Merchant tent. Don't know what this might mean, if anything. Like, it'd be cool if it was a money-making thing. Imagine NPCs coming to your camp and, like, buying stuff from a merchant tent that makes you money. I think that'd be pretty friggin' amazing. And it's so funny. There's a table I want to find for you, but I'm going to take a look for it offline. And it's full of skulls, and it's pretty cool. But there's a lot of little objects here. Some of them we have, but some of them we definitely don't. Yeah, take crackers from the doctor's office. It would be really cool to have a personal herbalist that makes tonics that you can buy in your tent. I think so too, Nikki. And Reese's Cup, you say they need control of the griefers problem. I know it can be frustrating sometimes. Where's this red dot? Right here. Speaking of griefers. What have I done? Oh, it's a snake. I think there's a lot of crafting and camp possibilities. But yeah, we have a lot of content. And that tugboat really interested me earlier, and as well as this is ultimately the item that I really want. I don't know if we'll see it, but this would make everyone unstoppable in free roam. There's nothing anyone could do if you and one other Posse member had one of these. Micah T says, I don't know about you, but I would love if Rockstar made the gang hideouts from story mode occupied and online. The only gang hideouts online has gangs at Thieves Landing. That's a really good idea, Micah T. I like that too. Nikki does too. Like, there's nothing anyone can do about this war wagon. Oh, there. Well, I don't know if that's our tugboat, but there is some boats. So, we'll take a moment and look at the chat. I gotta have a drink because I've been talking a lot. I have been talking way too much. And I have a little something to smoke here. So, definitely gonna do that. Been a hell of a week. I am really looking forward to this update. I know some of us are like kind of nervous. We've invested so much time in this game. We love the game so much. And we really enjoy it. We're so, like, we have a lot of hope. We really want to see a really good update happen. So I think we can keep the faith. I think it's going to be a pretty robust update. The thing you have to remember is Rockstar is greedy. Everyone could say, oh, they make all their money from GTA. They make a lot of money from GTA. They make more money from GTA than Red Dead Online. But one thing about business and one thing about companies is businesses are greedy monsters. They're going to make as much money as they can. And Red Dead Redemption 2 is one of the top 10 selling video games of all time. Red Dead Online has sold, I don't know the exact number, but a phenomenal amount of titles. And there's a fair amount of players, although if you look at Steam, it's quite a bit less than it would have been around Moonshiner's time. Bottom line, Rockstar sees a lot of money and potential in this game. I expect them to keep updating this game. Maybe not with the frequency that some of us might like, but for years to come. Because they're going to try to make so much money out of this IP. That is their goal. So it's okay to be nervous about the update. You know, maybe it won't be huge, but don't worry, it won't be the last one we get. Just taking a look at the chat here. I get what you mean, yes, Micah T. Makes perfect sense to me. Let's take a quick look. And we're going to go take a little trip. Let's go to Guarma. Uh-oh, I may not have turned off the invisible sniper. Let's make sure all this stuff's set up. We don't need to mess around with that. We'll just disable this. So, we've all seen videos about Guarma and, you know, how to get to Guarma and so forth. Let's explore what's beyond Guarma. Let's go south of Guarma. I was there earlier. It's weird. So, we'll take it through no clip to get there, just so we can do it a bit quicker. But it does get solid. There is solid places. So this is something you might not see on many other streams. You'll see lots of people stream, let's go to Guarma. For one, if you're trying to go to Guarma online, you're not going to Guarma online. The only way you're going to get to Guarma online is by modding. That is the only way. I can tell you that even if a modder goes to Guarma and tries to teleport you into Guarma, you will instantly be black screened and go back to Saint Denis. So it's not like busting through some magical barrier or anything. There is no way to get to Guarma online if you are not modding. That I am aware of. But this is what it looks like beyond Guarma. Let's see if it's actually solid. I mean, it seems it. I still don't know how much I trust it. Oh. Oh no. Well, maybe going out a no clip is a terrible idea. To get up this hill anyway. We're going to keep going south though. We're going to see how far we can get south outside of Guarma. I hope everyone is having a good night, and I hope you've had a really awesome week. You deserve it. I know I do, and if I do, you do. But yeah, this is something I never explored before today. Going beyond Guarma. And look at that. This is the bottom of the island. Like, I think that's crazy. The amount of space, like landmass, that they did not use is unbelievable. All good stuff in the chat. Nikki says, and to add on, Micah, you can come across small gang camps like you do in story mode with the O'Driscolls and the Lemoyne Raiders. I would agree. Gateson, Culpepper, they really could do so much with a camp dog and cat. I agree. I think someone mentioned that earlier. They could do a whole lot with that camp dog and camp. Or camp dog and cat. I would love to take my dog out to hunt down collectibles. Like, look how weird this looks. Let's, can I throw any dynamite? Let's throw a thing of dynamite, see how it looks. Look at Legoland. Ooh, that didn't look promising. I'm getting a little glitchy there. Let's see if I can launch this one. I mean, it looks solid. Wow. Let's spot ourselves. There we go. A gypsy cob for Arthur. I don't think this is in storyline. Like, look at this green hell. I'm not sure if Aurelian's still in here, but this is like a different version of the green hell. Like, we're way down. Like, realistically, most Guarma videos, because there's like a bit of an overlap with the main map, they're like way in the upper right area. We're going to a really weird place. The Chelonians. Yeah, the Chelonians, Micah, were pretty crazy. Nikki says, you think it'd be possible they extended the map like to more to the northern area? There is a lot of unused areas up to the north. You're absolutely right. There's a lot of places they did not use up there. I wish they would. I'd love to see more activity up there. I'm Canadian. I love the snowy places. I'd love to see more of the more activity up in Coulter. Coulter's just like Saturday night. There's just no one there. But yeah, this is like... I want to see how far we can go until the end of the world. If you're just joining, thanks so much for joining. This is what happens when you try to no-clip on a horse. Oh no. Let's get off the horse for a second. Oh, man, that's wild. Is it so solid? Yeah, it's still solid. I agree, Leo. It'd be cool if they did have a bounty board. My horse is on... well, I guess my horse isn't on the island. Oh, no, don't want to quit. Does my horse think he's going to come? Why do I even see him on the map? Yeah, damn, that horse, not his fault. Yeah, I do wish Coulter had some stuff. Let's keep no-clipping. So if we kind of keep going south, this is what happens to Guarma. I think it stops being solid. Oh, both might be solid. That sometimes doesn't mean everything, though. Like that. Well, I bet you're wondering how I got into the situation. Hey, Marish, thanks for stopping by. Hope everyone is having an excellent evening. We're in a weird place right now, literally and metaphorically. So we have Guarma under here. Like we have the Guarma Ocean. Up here, let's keep going south above the ocean. Because it's interesting because the whole solid thing doesn't mean a whole lot. Well, that's solid in the ocean, I guess, but the scars have not healed up Aurelian. I know, we're in a different place, though. We're far south. We're going, like, breaking the borders. Oh, Aurelian, did you ever get anything on those weird open graves in Mexico? The only thing I got from those is that they're the same place as, like, graves within Red Dead 1. They're just assets they moved over and haven't moved over, like, haven't done anything with. One thing I'm really interested in is how far does Guarma go? Is the ocean infinite? Does it end? Is there any sharks? Maybe we won't go, like, forever because we might be here a long way, but I find it really crazy how far this potentially could go. Reese's Cup asks, what level is my online character and how much gold do I have? How level's my online? My PlayStation 1 is like close to 200. I've had a few characters, but the one I have now is, and I've got like 200 and something gold and 30,000 bucks. I ain't a rich man. I'm just a regular person. I could, you know, if I really wanted to get gold, I could spend a lot of time doing things to get a whole bunch of gold. But I've got enough. What do I need to buy? I don't need 30 liveries for my bounty wagon. Maybe some new outfits. That's about all. Oh, I remember coming here last night. Look at this weirdness. Is this solid? Nope. But yeah, it gets pretty, like, weird. Coulter Rockstar. I agree, Peckham. It looks like Mexico, but I think... I know part of the Guarma map overlaps with Mexico, but I don't think this is anywhere around Mexico. I think I'm still, like, really far south. We're just going to go for a few more seconds, because this could get pretty old pretty quick. Like, I don't know if it ever ends. Well, I mean, there's the end of land. And then the beginning of, like, infinite ocean. Yeah, we're definitely still in the Guarma map. But I will show you. Man, I can't even get my icon anywhere. We're going to teleport back out of there. I'm so far deep in there. Well, don't know what actually happened there. But I think it's time to teleport. We'll go to the beach for a moment. Let's take ourselves out of NoClip. And let's take a look at something you may not have seen before. Maybe you have. Sharks. Let's see here. Cheers. Hope the summer... Gadsam Culpepper says, cheers. Hope the summer update is worth the wait. Sounds like it really make or break it. Fingers crossed. Rockstar does have a lot riding on it. That is for sure. Let's find... I don't know if these guys are actually in here. I may have to find the model for this, so just bear with me as I bring this up for you. One second. Okay. I'm just bringing up the actual code for our sharks. There is actually 3 sharks, if I'm not mistaken, in Red Dead Online. I should have known this. Oh, hold on. I did this the other night. What is it? So it's definitely not under the gators. It might actually be in this list here. I hope it is. There it is. Yay, all 3 sharks. Or 2 of the sharks. Maybe there was only 2. Maybe I'm wrong. They pretty much just do stuff for a second. But I think if I take a picture of them, if I can take a picture. Oh, Arthur, rough from your fall. Oh my gosh, Arthur, come on, point. I'm gonna take a photo. And I think within your compendium, it actually gets tagged as shark. I'm gonna check that a little afterwards. But I don't think, like, you can kick them. Or I usually can kick them. And there's actually, in a couple specific spots in Guarma, they spawn. And there's actually code in the game that there was actually a guard shark. That's what it was, Leo. Tiger and hammerhead. So there's thoughts. At one time, Guarma was part of the main map. So you'd have your like main map, and Guarma was an island that was part of it. They separated it probably because it just would be tough to get the distance that you needed from it and the mainland. What they thought that the guard shark may have been was a mechanism to stop people from going to Guarma. So it has like coding in the game that indicates that, hey, this could be like a guard type of shark. Now, I'm going to see if we can actually find the shark that actually spawns. I don't know if we can. Like, I've never really found it. So, but I know roughly where it is. So we're going to see if we can find it. Where I need to get ourselves is roughly, I want to say here. I think it's going to be right here. So I'm going to no clip because it's going to get pretty slow and weird. And it doesn't take far outside of Guarma to start getting like not textured great. So we're going to see if we can find the shark. There's 3 spawn locations for it on Guarma. One all the time, which is the one we're going to apparently all the time. I've never found it. And one some of the times, and one all the time. Let me make sure I'm going towards the right marker. Oh yeah, I gotta head due west. I'm going to the wrong one. Let's go to this one. I watched a video on it the other day. Hey Gadsden, you never played Red Dead 2? Eventually. Awesome, good deal for $6. Lucky's Cabin and find online, and you're like, whoa, W2F. That is good. Yeah. And Leo, it gives you Black Flag vibes. I understand. Guarma actually has 2 sister islands, if you weren't aware. Okay, so I think the place where I've seen it spawn, I'm going to get close to make sure I can see it. It's somewhere along the coast. I don't think there's a special time of day or anything. I wonder if I can put myself into Eagle Eye. Poor Arthur. I don't even know if the sharks come up in Eagle Eye or not. I feel, man, that water looks nice, but not. There is a place that I know in the video. I have to rewatch it maybe, but it was right around here. Where the shark would actually spawn in. We might not see it, but it's still pretty cool. Like, just the map in general. Like, look at this landmass over here. What do you think this is? Let's get our binoculars out, get a view. It'll be for the doctor when he pulls your teeth. Yep. Let's see. We'll take one more look around. It'd be so cool to see this shark. I'll tell you what I will do, though. Prior to my next stream, I'm going to do some research. See where we can find this damn shark. Because it'd be cool to find him in his natural habitat. But yeah, it would have been really cool to add sharks. And one other thing they had was there's coding in the game for a special gun, like a harpoon, I think a harpoon, that lets you, that says you use this to hunt a shark. So sharks were a part of the game at one time. And it sounds like a pretty, like, not a small one either. It's a nice little structure up here. That Guarma music. We'll just sit here. So, we're going to wrap things up here pretty soon. Gadsden says, do you think they will ever use the Crips Lawman Police wardrobe voice clips? I hope so. Shout out to McDizzle Gaming for that one. That was actually before I made a video on it, but I actually gave it to someone else because I was pretty new to making videos, and I thought, you know, I'll give this to someone to someone else who might, you know, be able to get this out to more people. And they gave me a big shout out on, which was pretty cool. So I hope they do use it. I hope they do use those lines. I know Austin covered those pretty well. And gave me a really good shout out, so. But yeah, I hope so. They really should. I think there's a lot of opportunity there. Do I think the summer update's coming July 6th? I do. I think we'll find it. If we hear it Tuesday, then yes. If we don't hear it Tuesday, I think there's a chance we could hear on Friday. But I do think that we will get some sort of update on this upcoming Tuesday, because we've gone a number of weeks without a whisper of it. It's time to give us a little bite, a little something. Early summer doesn't last much longer after early June, in my opinion. Again, in Canada, early summer ended about, it started about 2 p.m. and today it ended about 2:36 p.m. That's how short our summer is. I'm just kidding. Our summers are beautiful, actually. Absolutely, Leo. I'm going to stream when it comes out. I'm going to stream the minute it comes out. I've already, told my boss that, listen, I'm going to be taking some time off. I may not have noticed because Rockstar is a terrible company, but you have to be understanding, and they're pretty understanding. So I'm going to be, up all night the night it comes out, streaming, having a good time. I'm checking out the new content. We're going to be doing that on PlayStation. You can join our Discord. I usually, am chatting in there, can connect to play with from time to time. We do live streams on PlayStation. Happy to give you shout outs on videos. Just great to connect with people within the community. It's awesome. It's good times. I'm just going to have this last smoke here with you folks. Is there anything you want to see here before we wrap it up? And then I'm going to watch some TV. I know, scheduled time off work, it's needed. I've had a very stressful and busy couple months on a quick personal level from work. So I'm glad to be able to take a little bit of time off. We've been busy. My days get pretty crazy. So I'm glad for my nights to be able to do things like this. Oh, thanks, Leo. I appreciate that. Is everyone else excited about the update? I know if you're a big enough fan of Red Dead that you're sitting here and watching me, that you're probably pretty excited. I'll add the Discord link to the description, but currently you can find it under my channel. Drinking Water says, do you know how to get John's Prologue gun belt online? I think it's called Ringneck. I can take a look. I can keep an eye out for it. I'm sure The thing is, I don't know if it works if it works both ways. Getting online character clothing onto your regular characters can be a weird. Same with guns. They'll work, but sometimes they'll get really glitchy. Nikki, you're excited? I'm excited for this update. Big time. And King Aurelian, yes, all-nighter. King Aurelian does not sleep. Check him out on Twitter, too. He's pretty great. I don't know when this man sleeps. I just have nothing more to say about it than that. I thought that too, Gadsden, with the bandanas, just getting us a little bit prepped for that outlaw content. Because that has to be the single biggest thing that Rockstar hears from feedback. Why can't I rob a train? Why can't I do this? Leo says hopefully the bank missions will be solo friendly. I hope so too. I think hopefully they've learned their KO Pico lessons to try to apply solo stuff. And maybe that's where the followers come in. Maybe you go solo, but you hire someone to come with you. That would be cool. I think that would be really neat. It's great just to chill and talk some Red Dead. Good times. Big show recommendation. Here's what I'll be watching after the stream. Best show, in my opinion, that no one has really watched. It's called Mythic Quest. Highly recommended. New episode came out today. It's the season 2 finale. It's relatively new. It's on Apple TV. It's not a sponsorship, I promise you that. If it was a sponsorship, I'd proudly be telling you and be like, I'm getting that Apple money. But it's not a sponsorship. I just really enjoy the show. So highly recommended. If you like The Office, I'm pretty sure you'll like this. Maybe even more. Because it's about a game development company for a large MMO. And it is so funny. It's the dude from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia that stars in it. And it's hilarious. So recommend it. If you're looking for what McDizzle Gaming's watching, that's what McDizzle Gaming is watching right now. Aurelian says, what is sleep? I would agree. What is sleep? I intend to hopefully get a little bit this weekend. That'll be the plan. Alright, folks, this is where we will wrap it up tonight. Thanks so much for stopping by, looking at some of the hidden objects. We didn't get a chance to look at the Josiah lines. I'm going to update the description on that because I don't know in OBS if it's an easy way to do it. But I will share those in my Discord if you want to see them. Nick says, well, I'll be hopping off today's stream. It was great seeing you too, Nikki. You have a great one. Thanks so much for stopping by. I will add those lines to the Discord if anyone's interested in seeing them, because I think I can add them as files. You have... Oh, I'm sorry, Jagbomb. I'm just getting ready to eat some snacks and watch some shows. You can check out some of the replays, some highlights for you. We were checking out kind of some of the... I started the stream accidentally, and then I'm just like, okay, I'm streaming now. But you can check out some of the tugboats that were added, or the tugboat that was added with the Bounty Hunters update. Reviewed that. That's closer to the beginning. We spawned a whole bunch of camp items. Some of them we haven't seen yet. And really talked a bunch of Red Dead. So it was good times. Thank you very much for stopping by, all. It would be cool. I agree, drinking water. It would be cool if you could hire NPC outlaws. Be awesome. Thanks for stopping by, and like if you enjoyed your time here, and subscribe if you're not subscribed and you want to be, and keep up to date on my Red Dead leaks and play with me online. Again, that sounded weird, but to play Red Dead online with me and friends. Alright, take care, folks.